Welcome to Dan's haunted cottage. Step inside if you dare.
Hi guys, I hope everybody's well out there in YouTube land. It's Dan here reporting in. I'm on holiday at the moment, so you'll see a different background behind me. We're actually in a lovely little holiday cottage in Devon, which is one of my favourite places. And I'm doing a vlog of the holiday. That'll be getting uploaded when I get back, which will be in about a week's time. So yeah, I wanted to talk today about something that really sticks in my craw. It really winds me up. And it's a subject that's often talked about, and it's much and widely discussed in the paranormal world. And to be honest, I'm surprised that people still jump on it, because it's one of those subjects that's very touchy and it annoys me a lot. And today's subject is going to be orbs. Now, you see lots of camera work, you see lots of film work in haunted locations, whether it's done by a team, whether it's done by just CCTV cameras. And what you are led to believe, if you believe it, that these light anomalies are the first or the start of the manifestation of a spirit. And you know what? It's a tricky subject, really. It's a bit like a minefield. And I'm going to have to be careful how I actually approach it, because 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it's not what you think it is. It's just things like dust particles, pollen, insects that are on the actual lens of the camera. And what you also have to remember is that these little dust particles, they do catch light. They catch light and they become a prism. And what they do is they make all sorts of weird and wonderful flashing, flashing lights, and they make all different. It's just a prism. That's all it is. It catches the light, and what the eye sees is not what it thinks it sees. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, "Well, you know what? It's got to be intelligent. It's got to be intelligent, because the one that I saw, it moved in such a weird and wonderful trajectory that it could only be an intelligent entity that could do that." Well, you know what? No, because the thing is that the slightest breeze that even you and I couldn't feel can make this thing look as though it's intelligent, make it look as though it's taking a specific route, but it's actually not. It's just a very, very slight breeze, or the movement of even yourself, that could cause a kind of a wind tunnel or a wind funnel, and in turn make that object that you believe is a spirit move in many weird and wonderful trajectories. So yeah, it's not that. Although saying that, I have been privy to lights in a haunted property that just can't be explained. You know, a lot of these anomalies that you see with the naked eye, if you see an anomaly with the naked eye and it's moving in an intelligent way and it's giving off a light source that can be actually seen with the naked eye, then maybe there's something there. If it's not an insect that's caught in, I don't know, a ray of light, then it's possible that, you know, it could be something that, shall we say, is unexplained rather than haunted or spiritual. And I have seen them, and the one that really the one that really throws me, and I've seen it on a couple of times, is when I've been in haunted properties, or allegedly haunted properties, and you actually see, they're like little speckles of light, and they're like fairy lights, and they just dot on and off and on and off. And I don't know whether, I don't think it is electrical, because where I've seen it, there hasn't been any form of electricity. But yeah, those are the ones that throw me. The ones that you can see with the naked eye, and you can actually follow the trajectory, and the ones that sort of sparkle like fairy lights. I've seen them, as have a couple of friends of mine that have been with me on an investigation. But yeah, overall, no, I don't give much credence to orbs, and it really annoys me when I see people keep banging on about them. You know, they'll produce a photo that's got something that they've not even bothered to check what it could be, And a lot of these old properties, you know, these allegedly haunted properties that are generally going to be old that you go into, do create lots of dust. You know, they can't help it. They're very old. A lot of them are historical, so people tend not to clean them as avidly as they would their own homes. So yeah, you're going to have antiques, you're going to have dust. Old properties, you're going to have dust. But it does annoy me, as I say, when people produce these photos with alleged spirit activity on it in the form of what they call an orb, because it's quite clearly dust. You can see it's dust, but oh no, they won't have that. No, 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 no. This is an intelligent entity that is allegedly haunting that property. Do you know what? Nonsense. I think it's nonsense. As I say, it takes a lot for me to pass something as credible. And, you know, there's been lots of different studies done on orbs over the years, over the recent years, and they've been discredited. You know, they've been put down to, as I say, dust particles, pollen. They've been put down to insects on close to the screen or on the actual lens of the camera that create a sort of a false positive, as it were, and give you the illusion that there's something in the room or in the home. But that's not the case. So just be careful in future. As I say, it grates on me when people keep producing these ridiculous photos and saying, well, it's got to be haunted. Look at those orbs. You know what? It's not. Even light rain. I've seen people do investigations in light rain. You know, you can hardly see it. You can just feel the specks. And they'll take a photo and then it's like, oh, look at this. It's haunted. There's a million orbs there. No, there's not. That's the rain showing up. It creates a prism, a light anomaly, and it shows up on the screen or it shows up on the viewfinder of your camera as what you believe to be spiritual. It's not. It's just light rain. But you know, these are the things that, one of the things that annoys me is probably one of the things that grates on me more often than not, because even though you try to explain people that this is what it is, they won't have it. They're very ardent in the belief that it's something from beyond the curtain. It's something from beyond the grave, and it's generally not. Try and avoid people like that if you can. I mean, it's going to be really hard because there are a lot of those type of people in the investigation field. And to be honest, all they really do for me is they just muddy the waters. You know, you need people that are critical thinking, people that are very objective in what they do and what they see, feel, hear, smell. You don't need somebody that jumps to a variation of conclusions that everything is paranormal. Now, I know I've gone over that field once or twice, but it really is relevant, and it's the key to doing a proper paranormal investigation, or just running around thinking everything's spiritual, everything's a ghost, everything's haunted, because that way is a dead end, if you pardon the pun. You're not going to get anywhere without critical thinking. You're not going to get anywhere without subjecting any form of evidence to the most minutiae of investigation. So orbs, something that I think is probably non-existent. You know, as I say, there are certain things out there that are unexplainable, but these are things that you see with the naked eye. Once you can dismiss things like insects. Yeah, so just be careful when you go out there. And please, 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 if you're one of these people that produces that photo or a piece of footage with what they claim to be an orb on it, shouting from the rooftops that it's paranormal, please, 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 for the sake of our community, think before you jump. That's all I'm asking. As I say, and I've said before, I'm no paranormal expert. We can't be, because there's nothing to be an expert, nothing that we can study to be an expert of. But what we can be careful of, and what we can be critical of, is the way that we approach an investigation. You can be professional in the way that you approach an investigation. And that's about as professional as it gets, unfortunately, because, as I say, there's nothing out there to study at the moment. It's just theoretical. So, yeah, hope that's okay, guys. Sorry if I've waffled on a bit, and I'll speak to you all soon. Yeah, speak to you soon. Bye.